In today's fast-paced world, the decisions we make every day, whether seemingly trivial or highly consequential, play a crucial role in shaping our lives. We constantly face moments where we must choose between the comfort of the easy way out and the challenge of personal growth. It's a dilemma that transcends time and place, one that was vividly illustrated in the ancient myth of Hercules at the Crossroads. In this age-old tale, Hercules stands at a literal and moral crossroads, deciding between two paths, one that promises ease and indulgence, and another that requires hard work, discipline, and sacrifice but leads to true glory. This ancient myth, rooted in Stoic philosophy, offers timeless wisdom on how to make decisions that lead to fulfillment, and its lessons are still incredibly relevant today. The story of Hercules is more than just an allegory of virtue versus vice. It speaks to the universal human experience of navigating difficult choices. Modern life is full of crossroads moments, whether in our personal relationships, careers, or even daily routines, and we often find ourselves choosing between short-term pleasure and long-term growth. While it may seem easier to take the comfortable path, just as Hercules was tempted by vice, the pursuit of virtue, the path of arete offers lasting fulfillment. This video will explore how Hercules' choice can guide us in making decisions that align with our values, fostering growth, and shaping a life of integrity and purpose. We'll dive into the Stoic principles that underpin this ancient tale and discuss how you can apply them to navigate your own crossroads moments today. The story of Hercules at the Crossroads, as recounted by Xenophon in Memorabilia, provides a powerful allegory for the moral decisions we all encounter. It begins with a young Hercules standing at a literal and metaphorical intersection, contemplating his future path. At this pivotal moment, two women approach him, each representing a distinct choice. The first, Kakia, often personified as vice, entices Hercules with promises of an easy life filled with luxury, pleasure, and effortless comfort. Her path requires no struggle, offering immediate gratification and indulgence. In contrast, arete, symbolizing virtue, presents a far more challenging route. She outlines a life of hardship, discipline, and constant effort, yet assures Hercules that this path will lead to genuine fulfillment, lasting honor, and a legacy of true greatness. This narrative is more than an ancient myth. It embodies a timeless message about the nature of human choice and the values that guide us. The two paths symbolize the fundamental conflict between short-term pleasure and long-term reward. Vice represents the lure of immediate satisfaction, the desire to take the easy way out, often at the expense of future well-being. It's the voice that whispers temptations to avoid responsibility, cut corners, or indulge in fleeting pleasures. Arete, on the other hand, stands for perseverance, moral integrity, and the pursuit of excellence. Her path is not glamorous or easy, but it leads to a life of meaning and fulfillment. Ancient philosophers, particularly the Stoics, saw in this story a profound lesson about personal growth and ethical conduct. They believed that true happiness, or eudaimonia, comes not from chasing pleasure but from living a virtuous life. Hercules' choice is a vivid illustration of this philosophy. The road to virtue is rarely the simplest or most appealing, but it is ultimately the most rewarding. The Stoics emphasized the importance of facing challenges head-on, embracing discomfort as a necessary part of growth. This perspective remains relevant today, encouraging us to reflect on our own decisions and consider whether we are choosing the path of least resistance or striving for something deeper and more meaningful. In essence, the story of Hercules at the Crossroads serves as a mirror, reflecting the choices we encounter in our daily lives. It challenges us to examine our priorities and ask ourselves which path we are following. Are we pursuing short-term pleasures that offer little lasting satisfaction, or are we committed to a path of integrity and self-discipline that promises long-term rewards? This ancient tale reminds us that the choices we make define not only our character, but also the quality of our lives. By choosing virtue over vice, we align ourselves with values that lead to true fulfillment and lasting impact. Stoicism, an ancient school of thought founded by Zeno of Citium, provides a robust framework for decision-making by emphasizing self-control, virtue, and resilience. At its core, Stoicism teaches that true happiness, known as eudaimonia, is achieved not through the pursuit of pleasure or avoidance of discomfort, but by living in accordance with one's values and principles. The story of Hercules at the Crossroads beautifully illustrates these concepts. When Hercules faces the choice between the path of virtue, arete, and vice, kakia, he embodies the Stoic belief that integrity, perseverance, and moral character are the keys to a fulfilling life. Central to Stoicism is the idea that external circumstances do not determine our happiness. Rather, our responses and inner character shape our well-being. This belief challenges the common modern perception that success is measured by wealth, status, or comfort. According to Stoics, the highest good is virtue, and living a virtuous life requires us to prioritize long-term growth and ethical integrity over short-term rewards. In essence, the choice of Hercules reflects the same dilemma we face daily: the temptation to choose easy, momentary pleasures versus the commitment to pursue meaningful, albeit challenging, goals. Another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control, the idea that we should focus only on what we can influence and let go of what we cannot. This principle offers practical guidance for navigating tough decisions. While we cannot control external events or outcomes, we can control our actions, values, and responses. By applying this mindset, we become better equipped to handle setbacks and make thoughtful choices aligned with our deeper purpose. For instance, in a professional context, we may not be able to control market conditions or other people's actions, but we can control our integrity, work ethic, and decision-making processes. Modern psychology reinforces many of these Stoic principles. Studies show that individuals who practice delayed gratification, choosing long-term rewards over immediate pleasure, tend to achieve greater success and life satisfaction. This aligns with the Stoic view that discipline and self-restraint led to a more fulfilling existence. The famous marshmallow test, conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel, found that children who resisted the temptation of an immediate reward were more likely to experience positive outcomes in life, such as academic success and emotional stability. This research mirrors the path Hercules chose, demonstrating that embracing short-term discomfort can yield lasting benefits. In today's world, where instant gratification is often prioritized, Stoicism offers a refreshing and practical perspective. It encourages us to pause and reflect on our decisions, asking whether they align with our core values or simply provide temporary comfort. By internalizing these principles, we can approach life's challenges with resilience, make choices that foster personal growth, and ultimately find deeper, more meaningful satisfaction. The timeless wisdom of Stoicism, exemplified through Hercules' choice, continues to provide valuable guidance for modern decision-making, reminding us that the path of virtue, though often difficult, is the one worth taking. The timeless story of Hercules at the Crossroads serves as a powerful metaphor for the decisions we face in our modern lives. Whether in business, personal development, or technology, we constantly encounter situations that challenge our values and priorities. The choice between short-term gratification and long-term integrity echoes through every sector, offering valuable lessons that remain profoundly relevant. In the business world, leaders often face what can be described as crossroads moments. These are pivotal decisions where the path of virtue requires prioritizing ethics and long-term sustainability over short-term profits. For instance, a company might have the opportunity to cut corners, reduce costs, or engage in practices that boost immediate earnings, but compromise ethical standards. However, businesses that choose integrity, often reap deeper rewards. Consider Patagonia, a company renowned for its commitment to environmental sustainability. Despite the higher costs associated with eco-friendly practices, Patagonia's focus on long-term environmental responsibility has built a loyal customer base and a reputation for ethical leadership. Such decisions illustrate that the path of virtue, though challenging, can lead to enduring success and trust. In personal development, the choices we make daily often mirror the dilemma faced by Hercules. Each micro-decision, such as whether to exercise or spend another hour scrolling through social media, presents a conflict between instant gratification and long-term benefits. Choosing to skip a workout or indulge in unnecessary spending may offer temporary pleasure, but often leads to regret or unfulfilled goals. On the other hand, embracing discipline and self-control, such as sticking to a fitness routine or saving money for future investments, brings lasting rewards. These small, consistent choices shape our character and future, reinforcing the Stoic belief that true happiness lies in pursuing virtue and growth rather than fleeting comforts. The field of technology also reflects modern-day versions of Hercules' choice. Developers and tech companies frequently face ethical dilemmas that test their commitment to societal well-being. Issues such as data privacy, the ethical use of artificial intelligence, and the impact of social media on mental health require careful consideration. The easy path might involve exploiting user data or prioritizing engagement metrics that encourage addictive behaviors. However, companies that choose the virtuous route, by implementing transparent data practices and prioritizing user well-being, build long-term trust and loyalty. For example, firms that advocate for robust privacy protections or commit to minimizing harmful social media effects demonstrate how ethical responsibility can drive sustainable success. Ultimately, the story of Hercules at the Crossroads is a reminder that every decision, no matter how small, shapes our path. In business, personal development, and technology, the choice between virtue and vice is ever present. By reflecting on our decisions through the lens of this ancient tale, we can navigate modern challenges with greater wisdom and integrity. The path of virtue may be more demanding, but it leads to outcomes that are not only rewarding but also deeply meaningful. Understanding why we often gravitate toward the easier path requires an exploration of the psychological forces at play. At its core, our brain is wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, a fundamental principle rooted in our evolutionary past. This instinct, known as the pleasure principle, served an essential role in ensuring survival. Early humans needed to avoid danger and seek immediate rewards, like food or shelter, to stay alive. While this wiring was beneficial in primitive environments, it now often leads us astray in complex modern situations, where long-term planning and delayed gratification are key to success. One significant factor influencing our decision-making is cognitive bias. These mental shortcuts help us process information quickly, but can also distort our judgment. For instance, the present bias causes us to overvalue immediate rewards and undervalue future benefits. This is why it's so tempting to choose a quick indulgence, like an unhealthy snack or an impulsive purchase, over actions that require effort but promise long-term gains. Recognizing these biases is the first step toward making more conscious and thoughtful decisions. When we understand that our brains are predisposed to favor instant gratification, we can actively challenge this tendency and align our choices with our long-term goals. The concept of delayed gratification is central to overcoming these biases. The well-known marshmallow test, conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel, offers a compelling illustration. In this experiment, children were given a choice: eat one marshmallow immediately, or wait for a short period and receive 2 marshmallows. Follow-up studies revealed that children who resisted the immediate reward tended to achieve better life outcomes, including higher academic performance and stronger social skills. This simple yet powerful experiment demonstrates that the ability to delay gratification is a predictor of future success. From a neurological perspective, practicing delayed gratification can actually rewire the brain. When we consistently choose long-term rewards over short-term pleasures, we strengthen the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and self-control. This aligns perfectly with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and virtue. According to the Stoics, true happiness and fulfillment come not from indulging in fleeting pleasures, but from living in accordance with one's values and principles. By cultivating patience and resilience, we develop the mental fortitude needed to make difficult but meaningful choices. In everyday life, this means recognizing when we're at our own crossroads moments. Whether it's resisting the urge to procrastinate, choosing to invest time in personal growth, or making ethical decisions in business, the power of delayed gratification can guide us toward better outcomes. It's about shifting our perspective, seeing short-term discomfort as an investment in our future selves. Each time we choose the harder, more virtuous path, we reinforce positive habits and build a foundation for lasting success. Ultimately, understanding the psychology behind our choices empowers us to navigate life's challenges with greater awareness. By acknowledging our biases and practicing delayed gratification, we can break free from the cycle of impulsive decisions and align our actions with our long-term aspirations. Just as Hercules chose the path of virtue, we too can cultivate the strength to make decisions that lead to true fulfillment and personal growth. Drawing inspiration from the story of Hercules at the Crossroads, we can apply a structured approach to navigate the complexities of modern decision-making. This framework emphasizes conscious reflection and long-term thinking, ensuring that our choices align with our values and contribute to personal growth. Recognize your crossroads moment. The first step is awareness. We often face pivotal decisions without fully realizing their significance. Whether it's a career move, a financial decision, or a personal commitment, identifying these moments is crucial. Ask yourself, am I at a crossroads? Then dig deeper. Which option aligns most closely with my core values and long-term goals? By framing the situation in this way, you bring clarity to the decision-making process and avoid impulsive, short-term thinking. Evaluate long-term impacts. Once you've identified a critical choice, consider the broader implications. Think beyond the immediate benefits or challenges and project the potential consequences into the future. Will this decision lead to personal or professional growth, or could it undermine your progress? For example, taking on a difficult project at work might seem daunting, but it could also open doors to new opportunities and skill development. On the other hand, opting for an easier route might bring short-term comfort but limit your long-term potential. This step encourages you to adopt a future-focused mindset, a principle closely aligned with Stoic philosophy. Prioritize virtue and integrity. Choosing the virtuous path often means embracing the more challenging option. It requires integrity, discipline, and resilience, qualities that foster personal and professional development. In practical terms, this might mean standing up for ethical principles in a difficult workplace situation, or committing to a fitness regimen despite initial discomfort. Each decision becomes an opportunity to reinforce your character and align your actions with your values. By consistently choosing virtue over convenience, you build a foundation for long-term success and fulfillment. Reflect and adjust. Decision-making is an ongoing process of learning and growth. Regularly review your choices and their outcomes to gain valuable insights. Reflect on both successes and setbacks. What did you learn? How can you apply these lessons to future decisions? This practice not only enhances self-awareness, but also fosters continuous improvement. It mirrors the Stoic habit of daily reflection, where you assess your actions and strive for progress. Over time, this iterative approach strengthens your decision-making skills and helps you stay true to your values. In essence, this framework transforms the timeless wisdom of Hercules' story into practical steps for everyday life. By recognizing significant moments, evaluating long-term impacts, prioritizing virtue, and reflecting on outcomes, you can navigate modern challenges with greater clarity and purpose. Each decision becomes an opportunity to choose the path of growth and integrity, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Conclusion. The story of Hercules at the Crossroads is more than just a myth from a distant past. It's a timeless framework for navigating the complexities of our modern lives. As we move through the fast-paced demands of everyday existence, we are often faced with decisions that require us to choose between the easy and the difficult, the comfortable and the challenging. Just as Hercules had to decide whether to take the path of immediate gratification or the one leading to enduring fulfillment, we too encounter crossroads where our choices define our future. By embracing the Stoic principles embodied in Hercules' story, we can build lives of integrity, resilience, and purpose. Choosing the path of virtue may not always be the easiest or the most comfortable, but it is the one that leads to lasting growth, true satisfaction, and self-improvement. When faced with your own difficult choices, remember the story of Hercules and ask yourself, which path will ultimately lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and growth? Now, I invite you to reflect on your own crossroads moments. Think about a time when you had to make a tough decision. How did you choose? And what were the results? Was it the easy choice, or did you push yourself towards something more meaningful? Share your experiences in the comments, and let's learn from each other's journeys. Remember, each choice we make is an opportunity to align with the values that shape the lives we want to lead. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing your stories. See you next time.